All right, y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be straight up with you. When I first started out on the Blackstone, I messed up a lot. There's a lot of things you need to know. Today, I'm gonna tell you all the things that I wish I would have known whenever I first started out on the Blackstone Griddle. First off, seasoning that griddle. What do you mean by seasoning, Hussey? Well, not season it with like Mike Lowry's or that Heifer dust, but I'm talking about polymerization, okay? Thin coats of oil, okay? You gotta get that season right first. That is your building blocks, okay? So what does that mean? Clean it really good, thin coats of oil, turn it on high, let that burn off till it's not smoking no more. Do that about 3 times. Keep it clean, keep it dry, keep it oiled, and it will service you for a very, very long time. And by all means, y'all, if you need a seasoning video, please look below. I will show you exactly how I do it. Y'all, that first one, really big. Got to get that foundation right. But number 2 is knowing your zones, knowing your griddle. After I season a griddle, I always generally like to make a BLT or something with bacon. I don't know why. It's just maybe a natural phenomenon. But knowing your zones is essential. Don't go out there on your first pass and get that thing cranking like the surface of the sun, y'all. You just don't want to do it. What you want to do is get familiar with your zones. Cut them on, see how they react. I recommend getting a very nice IR thermometer. Buy it once and you have it for a long time. The one I recommend is down below if you're interested. You see me use it all the time. So let's talk about a scenario of knowing your zones. Typically, my side burners, I use those for a cooling or a cooler side. Let's say you have veggies sauteing and they are outrunning your protein. No big deal. If you have one left or right, you have them on low. Sometimes you might even have it on off, which is perfectly fine too. You could slide those items over there and just let them idle. Let it wait for that protein, so that way you're bringing everything off at once. Some people say, Hussey, my griddle runs really hot, even on low. Well, if you have it on for a long period of time, it will do that. However, you want to get those temperatures down, squirt some water on it, let that water take out that heat. And it'll do it fast. That's the best way to bring a griddle temperature down. Let me stress the importance of it's okay to cycle. Cycle, cycle, cycle. But what do you mean by cycle, Hussey? Well, I'm glad you asked. You can turn the burners off. It's fine to turn the burners off. Cut them off, let that zone cool down. It's okay if it's really, really hot, okay? This is how you make that perfect meal for your family or for whoever. Maybe somebody you don't even like. All right. Let's talk about oils, all right? Not all oil is created equally. All oils has its own place with griddle cooking, I think. What have you seen me use? Well, I like to use avocado oil. This is a particular brand I like because it's got this nice squirt bottle. You've also seen me use this. This is a olive oil, okay? Not extra virgin. It's not something you want to drizzle on a salad, so you can, it's good, but it's good for cooking, all right? But oils have smoke points, y'all, and depending on your cook, you want to match the oil for this, okay? Avocado oil is what I like for just general griddling. High smoke point. If you want a nice guide to your oils and what smoke points they are, I got a nice little guide down below in the description. It's a free download. I have a magnet coming out soon that you can have right onto your griddle. That is going to be awesome. Some people, they say, I'll just use butter for everything. Butter smokes really fast, about 325 degrees, 350 degrees max for butter. I like to use that for my eggs, something very delicate. I like to cook those in butter. Sometimes like to get a little crispy around the edges. That's the money shot for butter, okay? General cooking, I like to use just avocado oil, or there is also a avocado olive oil blend that I like to use from the California brand. You see me use that a lot also. But overall, because avocado oil don't smoke till 430 degrees or so, that is perfect to use just in case your griddle might get out of hand, okay? You never know. It happens to me all the time, and you won't smoke your oil. It won't be brown, won't be nasty. I just realized I never told you what kind of oil to season your griddle with. I like to use the Blackstone seasoning rub. It's like a paste that you get from Lowe's, get you from Walmart or whatever. I use it. It's a nice blend. If you don't have that, I've used avocado oil as my go-to seasoning for that. So let's talk about cleaning, okay? I used to dread cleaning. Hated it. Didn't do a very good job at it. You know, I may have messed up one of my Blackstones, but I consider it you could fix a Blackstone. It's like a bad haircut. It could be fixed, all right? It really 3 to 5 minutes max. All you need, a little squirt bottle, a little bit of water, paper towels, a scraper, and that's about all, okay? What I like to do for my cleaning technique, if you're on a high heat, I like to either cut it off or put it on low, but you don't want it really, really hot. Number one, when you put the water on there, it's just gonna go bananas, and that's not really good. It's not really safe, all right? So what I like to do is either turn it off, let it come down to temperature, but it can, you know, bring the steam. The steam is all about the clean, okay? Steam, clean. So once you got it at a safe, manageable temperature, squirt your water. Not a whole lot of water, just enough to bring that junk up and release, okay? That steam's gonna do that. Take your scraper, kind of get at those hard spots, okay? Push it to the back, to that rear grease management, or whatever kind of griddle you got, wherever the hole is, okay? Invest in some paper towels. You don't have to buy bougie paper towels like my neighbor, like the old Andersons. They kind of give me the old slide eye about them Viva towels, okay? Look, I buy Sam's Club, all right? Wipe it really good, inspect it. You want to make sure you get the corners real good, make sure you get the sides real good. And then once you have all those areas clean, let it dry. Just let it dry, leave the knobs on like a low temperature. Make sure all that moisture is evaporated. Moisture, metal, don't mix, okay? And once you get rust, rust don't sleep. Dry it really good. Once it's dried real good, oil it really good. I like to keep some spray. You can use a Blackstone spray. You can use like Pam. You can use any kind of like a spray. You can even use just your oil bottle and use a napkin. I like to use a terry cloth actually, and just rub that around all around the griddle, and you're ready to go for your next cleaning. And it literally takes 3 to 5 minutes. And if you want proof that it don't take very long, hey, there's a video down below where I did it in about 3 minutes after cooking something really sugary. All right, we're like on point 5 or 6 here. This is all about tools, okay? And not everybody's the same. Not everybody is the same. I don't like a lot of tools or accessories. I kind of like to be simple. I like a little bit of a flimsy spatula, one that's got some flex to it, kind of like, you know, whenever I be flexing, you know what I'm saying, showing them guns. Some people like the one with the handle, and it's actually a little bit more safer, but I like that smaller one. It's, I don't know, it's more nimble. Your scraper of choice is different than my scraper, and you know, just yeah, have fun with it. Get the right tools. Some of my, you know, top things that I like to use are spatulas. You know, very nimble, flexible spatulas, a good scraper that you like, a press for like smash burgers. Kind of got to get the one that you like. I like the ones from Lowe's. Actually, they're really good. It's nice and flat. You can really put some pressure on it. Terry cloths. I love terry cloths. I feel like they really clean very well. I buy those from like Sam's Club, really cheap for a bunch of them. Aerosol spray for the oil, especially right after I get done cleaning. I like to give it a nice little spritz. I have been using this silicone mat that kind of protects my griddle in between cooks. That way all the dust and, you know, whatnot, pollen, that kind of thing, you know, stays off of your griddle while I'm not cooking. Trays, I'm a big advocate of trays, using that mise en place. It's great for bringing stuff in, bringing stuff out, having multiple trays, one for your raw stuff, one for your cooked stuff. You need it because, you know, you don't want to be constantly running in and out to your kitchen and to wherever your Blackstone is, and it makes it a lot easier. You'll burn something really quick if you're not prepared. On to number 6, common mistakes. I just spoke about it, mise en place, getting your stuff ready. I mean, just strong OCD on that. You want to be ready. You want to have everything prepped. So mise en place, it's a Frenchy term. It basically says, get your ducks in a row, okay? You're making a Chinese dish. You wanna make sure you have your meat. You wanna make sure you have your veggies. You wanna make sure your sauce. You wanna make sure you have a plate or serving platter ready to put the stuff on. So that way it goes fast. I'm telling you, it goes so fast. Have everything ready, have everything out there on your griddle. Another mistake I see a lot of folks make is they don't properly preheat their griddle for what they're cooking. You don't want to just cut on your griddle and then put your meat onto the griddle. Do you hear it? No. Do you hear it? No. You want to hear that sizzle. You want to hear that sizzle, sizzle. Make sure you preheat to what you're cooking. Eggs, you want to make sure super low. Burgers, you want to make sure about a medium high. Again, we're going back to that temperature of your griddle chart, just knowing where things need to be. Another thing I see a lot of, crowding the griddle. I mean, I've seen folks have, I don't know, burgers from left to right, front to back. And I'm just gonna tell you, those sides, they're just not gonna get any kind of good caramelization, that my yard reaction. My yard, like this yard, my yard. This is my yard right here. You know, be patient, cook them in batches, it'll be all right. Listen, at the end of the day, I mean, this is the biggest tip of all. Just have fun, just be in the moment. You know, you're cooking for a family. Look, it ain't rocket science here. Just a few little, you know, just common things you just gotta be aware of. But it's fun, cooking for your family. For me, that's my love language, and I like to cook for folks. Hey, if this helped you, please be sure to give it a like. If you got a buddy, friend, whatever, so maybe somebody you don't like, they struggle, hey, send it to them, share it with them. And if you want more tips, tricks, and some downright good groceries, hey, consider hitting that subscribe button. Well, if this ain't just lovely, look at what I just stepped in. That's what I get for getting around the yard and doing some filming. Stepped in dog poop. Great. Oh, yeah. Oh. I love a good cheat sheet. You want to hear it talking to you, okay? Sweet. You want that thing talking sweet? Nothing to you. I'm telling you. You hear me, Jeff? I see you out there. Lord knows the internet people, they have told me many times I say it wrong, but it's my yard, okay? That's a little bit of a tangent right there, but whatever. Woo. This dang thing might break with me on it. And it would be nice if you... Do you get me, Jeff? Jeff.